Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing the pushback and taxi to runway for the fly-by-wire A320. Let's get into it. Before we start, I'd like to mention that only 8% of you that are watching my videos are actually subscribing, so make sure to subscribe. It's totally free and you can unsubscribe whenever you want. Let's get into it. So the first step to pushing back your aircraft is you're going to want to make sure the APU is on and the APU bleed. So my APU is all started up, and you're going to want to turn on the APU bleed so you can start up the engines. So now that the APU bleed is on, you're going to want to go to your behind the throttle. You have the engines over here. You're going to want to set this mode to ignition, and you're going to want to turn on one engine at a time. It doesn't matter which one you do first, you can just turn it on. And while it's starting up, on the flight pad you have a checklist that I'm going to do. So cockpit preparation. So this is like the MCDUs all set up. Before start, you can turn on the beacon light, so we forgot to do that. So here are the beacons.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
Parking brake is on. Takeoff speeds and thrusts is set. Windows closed. And then we'll wait for after start to do the next step. Engine 1 is started. And engine 2 is started. So, now that the engines are started, you're going to want to set it back to normal mode. Go back to your checklist. The anti-ice, we don't need to use that. It says as required, so we don't need that. ECAM status, so you'll go over to your ECAM, which is over here. So, you'll press STS, which stands for status. It says normal, so it's normal. Pitch trim, so if you go back to the MCDU, you go to PERF, you can see what your trim is, so that's 1.0 down. So you want to go to over here. I recommend doing it from this angle. You'll go to 1.0 down, or whatever your trim is. We'll check that off. You're going to want to turn off APU bleed now that the engines are started. Now if you go to ground services, everything is done here, so you're going to want to get rid of all your ground services so you can do pushback. Once all your ground services are away, you can now turn on pushback system, call the tug over, and prepare for pushback. So if you go back to the checklist, we'll do this all after we push back. So we'll go back to ground services. Check your area, make sure there's nothing on there. We'll turn off your parking brake. You'll go backward and wait for the pushback. And tug to bring you where you need to be. You have all your controls here, and we'll just be watching it. And the fly-by-wire quad has a map here of the ground, so you can see everything. It's really text. Almost there, and that's good there. Stop the pushback, turn on your parking brake, and you can detach the tug. Now you'll want to request taxi clearance from ATC. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so now you're going to want to go to your checklist. So you're going to want to do the flight control, which if you go to the ECAM, you just use your go to FCTL right there, and then do that for pitch trim up, down, right, left, rudder, okay, then you'll just hit that again, check that off. Flap setting, so if you go to the MCDU, you have right here flaps 3, so flaps 3. You can lock the cockpit door too, just for realism. Flap setting is set. Radar, W/S. So go to over here. Turn on, set this to auto, and your weather system onto 1. Check it off for you. Engine mode, we already did that. ECAM memo. So you just check the memo right here, but we'll do that before we take off. So you could go ahead and check that off. And cabin check, just go up here, over here, just any one of these buttons, doesn't matter. And cabin checked. Now you're ready to start taxiing. So go back to the ECAM. You want to get this all done. So auto brakes, max, cabin check, spoilers armed. Set this to armed. And takeoff configuration, you'll just press that right here, and that's normal. So now you're ready to start taxiing. So you'll turn off your parking brake. You'll give some throttle power, and then so you'll put the throttle forward and then you'll put it back just so you don't go too fast. And as you can see on the objectives, it says accelerate to maximum of 15 knots. turned on taxi ribbons, so I know where I'm going. So once you get to the runway that you're supposed to get to, you'll wait there and you'll request takeoff clearance from ATC. So that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure to turn on notifications to get notified